What's up, world? My name is Ryan. I'm Victor. Welcome to our musical Odyssey. Today I have my brother listening to Mack Miller. Wear my hat.
I used to tell her keep her hands up off my head. I think she got it like that. Maybe you could wear my hat.
For those of you that are watching this for the first time, I want to let you know that we run straight through the song, no pauses. So if you've heard the song before and you're not wanting to hear it again, you're wanting to go straight to the review, we got the time codes down below. We'll get you there. And this is also not one of them pages where you can just stop through and listen to a 5-minute conversation, 5-minute review, and then we're done. We like to get a little more in detail than that. That being said, the reason why I'm having you listen to this track today is because Mack Miller actually passed away, I want to say a couple of days ago. We were a little late getting on this. It was a shock to a great deal of people in hip-hop, definitely a shock to me. He was one of the first hip-hop artists to actually independently make his debut and gain success off of it, independently speaking. Really, no labels, nothing like that, just came out with a smash and everybody loved it and everybody vibed with it. I don't know who did it first. It could have been him. I just know it was either him or somebody else, but they were one of the first ones to break out mainstream independently without a label behind them, no push, nothing like that. It was just all something they did for themselves. Died of a drug overdose. Don't know all the background about it. Some people say it's Ariana Grande's fault. Some people say it's because of the relationship.
That's right. She was with that dude, wasn't it?
Yeah. For me, I kind of feel like, maybe it strained further into the relationship and then outside the relationship. There's a lot of people that are giving her a lot of grief for it. At the end of the day, it's not her fault. People choose to go to substance abuse for whatever reason. I don't know the reasons because I really don't choose to substance abuse. I might drink a little, might smoke a little, but I don't have any will or want to do anything else. If it can kill you, then I don't need it in my body. That's my philosophy. So with that being said, it's hard to be in a relationship with somebody that's going through that. I couldn't imagine being in her shoes, and truth be told, I couldn't imagine being in his shoes. At the end of the day, it's very sad because we lost a young, talented artist. He was only 26.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the reason why I picked this song out is just because it kind of shows to his talent. He did a whole entire song where he was rapping about a hat. And the reason why he loved the hat and all of this and all of that, and it's dope. You can tell he had talent, and the reason why it's sad that he's gone, especially so soon. So with that being said, I'm going to go straight into it. I already got my headbuds in. Been talking the whole entire time with the men. So for those of you that are watching, put your headphones in, grab your drink, smoke your smoke, vibe with us.
Hey, turn the beat up a little bit more. Yeah. That's good. And it's the best day ever. It's good, Chuck. Hey, something ladies. I used to tell her keep her hands up off my head, but now she thinks she got it like that. I used to tell her keep her hands up off my head, I think she got it like that. Maybe you could wear my hat, just make sure you give it back. Baby, you could wear my hat if you got something to match. Baby, you could wear my hat, just twist it to the back. We drinking out the bottle while you sitting on my lap. Then we could go outside, let me take you on a ride with the top down, show you off to people, you my prize. Nothing like a girl who likes to wear a pair of Nikes, shining like my high beams, cooler than some iced tea. Yeah, I got a female who like to send some pictures to my email. Professional with shopping, you would think she worked in retail. Snapbacks make them look so cute, and that girl know how to blow, something like she played the flute. Ooh, that long hair and it's falling down her back. I put on my hat and she reaching trying to snatch it. Baby, you be hotter than a matchstick. Bad bitch, make a snapback, look fantastic, but sorry you can't have this. She smile big, kissing on my cheek. Baby, you could wear my hat, make sure you give it back to me. Baby, you could wear my hat, just make sure you give it back. Baby, you could wear my hat if you got something to match. Hi, baby, you could wear my hat. Baby, you could wear my hat. Just make sure you give it back. Just make sure you give it back. Baby, you could wear my hat. Baby, you could wear my hat if you got something to match. If you got something to match that. She like to play them stupid games with me. She never seemed to have enough. She brought some friends for whoever came with me. So my homie saying that's what's up. And I hear her name's pretty from a different continent, telling me she's single, but to tell the truth I'm not convinced. It's all good, I'm used to boyfriends always talking shit, thinking that they players, but I'm coaching, call me Popovich. Baby, I ain't Dr. Rich, but I'll probably show you a good night. When girls come out with me, they make sure that they look right. She used to be so grounded, all of a sudden she took flight, and we ain't seen her since, so tell me, what does that look like? I'm the type to bring you right back down to earth. And for what it's worth, I'll put that Louis on your purse. She like to wear my hat, make me laugh, so I'm guessing she a keeper. I think she stole it though, I keep trying to reach her. My hat. Call me back. Just make sure you give it back. Baby, you could wear my hat if you got something to match. Hi, baby, you could wear my hat. Baby, you could wear my hat. Just make sure you give it back. Just make sure you give it back. Baby, you could wear my hat. Baby, you could wear my hat if you got something to match. If you got something to match. I used to tell her keep her hands up off my hat, but now she thinks she got it like that. I used to tell her keep her hands up off my hat. Damn, I think she got it like that. Yeah, yeah. Baby, if you wanna wear my hat, you can wear my hat. It's not a big deal. Just get that shit back. Blam.
Mack Miller, huh?
Mack Miller.
Never heard him before that I'm aware of. Never heard any of his tracks. First thing, favorite part about the track, honestly, was I love that instrumental.
Yeah.
It was super, almost old school, nice understated. You just got the snare drum, hi-hat,
right,
and then the bass going, and a few little background instruments in there. But I love that just simple but still full sounding instrumental he put in there.
Right.
Not a mumble rapper, like that a lot too. No. And then especially in the first verse into the chorus is where I saw the most skill from him. He just, like you talked about, it's a simple topic.
Right, very simple.
But he created a great story,
right,
especially in that first verse. Right. He was telling a fun story, which made me interested.
Yeah.
The only thing I wasn't a fan of about the track was the chorus, the hook.
Yeah.
Is redundant. You can wear my hat. You can wear my hat. He did not need to echo that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, no, it was a cool track.
I think he could have delayed it and let it echo out by itself,
and then added something else.
Rather than versing over it the way that he did. Like, I think he literally did that one verse.
Didn't they play it 3 times? They did it 3 times.
I don't know.
So first, then after the second verse, and then they finished it out again. At that point, I'm like, okay, you can stop at the "you can wear my hat" part. But no, otherwise, it was a pretty cool track. It was nice, chill.
What's really cool about this young talent, I didn't know he was going through these issues, and of course you never do. But kind of like you were mentioning as far as the instrumental, that's actually a full production. Like, he sat down with the band. Oh, so
I was going to say, like, live, he could have definitely played all of that.
And he did that live.
Yeah, in fact, see, that is my favorite. Like, that's how, in my mind, hip hop should be.
Yeah,
what I mean? It's like, you don't have to have much, but like the Roots. You know what I mean? They've got that legendary drummer. Always, that's where the main beat comes from.
As a matter of fact, he has a great deal of videos online where he's doing just that. He's in the background. He has a band behind him. That's how he preferred it. for him, he was just very a free character. He liked to have fun. If the music wasn't fun to him, he wasn't into it. So, you know, that was something that he genuinely enjoyed, was getting instrumentalists together or, instrumentalists, the people that play, whatever you would call them.
Musicians.
Getting musicians together, and getting the beautiful sounds that they can combine with one another, and then just spit into it.
Yeah, I love that. I'm definitely going to have to check out more of his stuff. That's his style.
Very talented. Man, very talented. It sucks to be gone at a young age. Dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, it does suck that's now I find someone who really had that mindset that it kind of matches mine. Well, and I'm finding out about him after he's gone.
It also just kind of goes to show, because I saw a video online. It was actually today. And he's speaking on drug abuse.
Oh, really?
And it was his involvement with drug abuse. First time I've ever seen the video before. And he's talking about how after the fame and everything, not after the fame as in, oh no, I'm no longer famous, but after you've had your run, you still have a form of sustainment. But even in that sustainment, you find yourself very alone. All the people that were with you whenever you were at that big stage in your life with it, they're not around anymore. So you're at the house, you have nothing to do. Oh, I'm just going to go get high. Now, at that point, when somebody has so much money that they don't need a job and there's really nothing else to do aside from making music, and you're not inspired to make music, for whatever reason, that's what he turned to. And it was just, I got to find a high that fits me. It sucks, and that's a huge testimony to even, the artists that are out there in the world, that a lot of people give a lot of high praise to, a lot of people, give a lot of credit and recognition to, these are real people. So when they're not making albums and they are on their downtime, and everybody is questioning or everybody is downing them, or that fan base or those group of people, that support system does turn their back to something else, that's what they're left with. I'm not saying that's what they're left with as far as drugs and everything go, but it's just a reminder we're humans. So we need connection with the world. We need somebody to communicate with. I feel like maybe he didn't feel that. Especially when you're going through a breakup at the time, too.
Yeah. And
then hearing the things that you hear outside of the breakup. Old girl got with another dude, and they about to be married, and they engaged, and, again, it's not Ariana's fault. I can imagine that some form of icing on the cake in his misery, but that doesn't mean she played that full part into it. I don't believe in conviction. This woman, she's been getting hell conviction for it.
Yeah, you've got no responsibility on what somebody else chooses to do.
Somebody else chooses to do, exactly.
Did you pull the trigger or whatever it was?
Right.
Or did you physically pull that trigger, like I said, or whatever?
Or did you physically force feed him the drugs?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you feed into it? And if that was genuinely a part of their relationship,
if she's sending them daily text messages, kill yourself, then maybe you got to look.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that was not the case.
No, that's not the case. I mean, actually, even then with her, she deals with a lot of PTSD. She's actually that artist that had that terrorist shooting happen.
Oh yeah.
So
that's right.
This girl, even in her own, just to live in her life right now, you have to deal with that and know that fans that love you, they lost their lives spending money to come support you, just to come see you and have that experience of, and then on top of that, she gets quite a bit of harassment amongst the men in the industry. She just recently had harassment from a great deal of men. She sang at a funeral. I think it was Aretha Franklin's funeral.
Oh, really?
I want to say, yeah. And Bill Clinton was there. A bunch of old other dirty men was there, and Pastor was there, and Pastor was filling up on her while having a conversation. It was nonchalant, tried to play it off, and she's got a shit life right now.
And now she's getting blamed for this.
And even then, it's like you got to think about it in this way too. While she's sitting here getting blamed for it, do you ever credit her feelings to the fact that she did care for this individual?
Right.
How do you think she feels? Knowing that she's never going to hear from this person again. They did have a relationship.
Or even whether or not deep down she knows it's the case or not.
Right.
She's got all these people in her ear now, so in some form she feels some guilt towards towards what happened.
Yeah, exactly. all in all, sad. It's a sad couple days for hip hop. It's a sad week in general. 26 years old. That's way too young, man. Just way too young. I could say that on constant repeat. I'm about to be 30 now, and I couldn't fathom my life ending. You know, I feel like I got a great deal more of life to give to the world, and I have great more that I want to do in life. And it's just like, you know, you were so young, and you had so much more that you could have did. Just speaking off of this little bit of talent that we heard, so much more. You know, the accolades that he already achieved. You know, just because you down and out, and just because your music might not be popping now, that doesn't mean that there's never an attempt or a time for a bounce back. It happens, you know. But we'll never know in this case. You got anything else you got to add to it?
Nope, don't think so, man.
Quick reminder, I hate whenever we have topics of conversation like this. I don't hate it. I like it. I feel like this is stuff that needs to be spoken on, but I know I've said this multiple times. I'm going to say it again. This is yet again another reminder of, you know, suicide in a sense. So if you feel suicidal, there's a hotline for that. You feel like you need somebody to talk to because you have less value in your life. Reach out to your family. There's somebody out there that cares about you. Reach out. Stop being afraid to speak on it. You're not crazy for feeling the way that you feel. There's many people that go through that stage in life, and there's many people that are capable and able to overcome it. We got to do more reaching out. And aside from doing more reaching out to the people that aren't feeling that type of way, we need to do a better job about being conscious to those around us.
Understanding,
not even understanding, just, you know, even putting yourself in check. You know, that unthought judgment that you might bestow upon somebody through verbal communication, that could be something that's completely destroying them, and they didn't need it, you know. So be careful of things that you say to people. Let's always try to uplift rather than bring them, you know. Yeah. Other than that, my name's Ryan.
I'm Victor.
Thank you for joining on Musical Odyssey. We're out.